Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my recent experience pre-ordering the new limited DX Artisan series God Loki figure from Hot Toys. This figure is actually incredibly exclusive, with only 500 available in mainland China, and I managed to secure one through the WeChat store after intensive 15 minutes of continuous clicking. In fact, this figure was just released this afternoon at around 3 o'clock. Fortunately, I was able to see it just in time at around 4:30. And I also saw that it's available to pre-order at 5 p.m. in the WeChat store. So I immediately went there and waited for half an hour. The process of pre-ordering actually reminded me a lot when I pre-ordered the Anakin Skywalker figure. However, the Anakin figure took me about 2 hours of persistent clicking. This one is simply much easier since it only took me 15 minutes. I think the difference in time may be because Anakin is generally more popular and sought after in the collector's community. But despite the shorter time this round, it was definitely no less intense. I'm so super happy to be able to get this figure since Loki is definitely one of my favorite figures in the whole MCU. Ever since he first appeared in Thor, I'm just greatly attracted by this figure and I just loved him. And besides that, I like the actor Tom Hiddleston a lot as well, since he's just very professional in acting. He's able to act out such a great character, like the god of tricking people. I mean, he's just pretty good. And in case you don't know, I actually have two Hot Toys Loki figures already, which one of them is the Loki 2.0 from Dark Lord, and the other one is Loki 4.0 from Avengers 4, but his outfit is the same as in Avengers 1 since they time traveled back in time, right? For the Loki 4.0, his face is definitely perfect, I used to say. However, his hairstyle simply ruined his head sculpt. But in this one, in this newly released God Loki figure, both his face sculpt and his hair were just a perfect combination. Since, as you can see, his face is actually different from the other Lokis from the Loki show, for example, like the prisoner Loki and President Loki. Although their expressions are definitely are truly stunning, since the actor is already pretty old, right, in the films. So I mean, especially the President Loki, he has a great expression. He's just smiling that way. It looks great, but it just simply makes him look much older since you can clearly see the wrinkles and stuff on his face. However, this one just totally doesn't have these problems. It just reminds me of Loki back in Avengers 1. He just looks very handsome, and I love his face a lot. So especially this head sculpt is with the Artisan hair with the rooted hair. So it's just gonna make him look exactly the same as a real person. Since when you're looking, so if it's like the sculpted hair, since Hot Toys also released God Loki sculpted hair version. So that's just the regular version. But that one, it also looks great since his face sculpt is exactly the same, but the hair is just definitely not as realistic as this one. However, the problem for rooted hair is that it might be a little difficult to style them all the time, since I believe this one also has separate rolling eyeballs. So every time you want to roll his eyes, his hair will become really messy. You gotta style it all over again. So it's a little bit more complicated than the other one, but it's definitely looks much more realistic and it's gonna stand out from your display. It's like, especially when you're just filming him or taking photographs of this figure, other people who never really heard of these action figures would genuinely think they're real people, they're real human. So yeah, that's very impressive of these figures. And this one is much more expensive than the regular version. It's around $100 more expensive than the regular version. So before you purchase it, you gotta think of yourself whether this head sculpt worth $100 to you. So if you think it definitely doesn't worth it, you think the regular version with the sculpted hair, it looks fine to you, then definitely go purchase the regular version. But if you want your figure to be realistic and truly outstanding, make it look identical to real human, then you definitely have to pick up this one, since it makes him just looks much better. However, I think his prices will definitely increase after he released, especially in the secondhand market. I think his prices might even double even more. So prices definitely go crazy, but just choose whether product you want to buy based on your own opinions, and you'll definitely find one that you enjoy. I think that's all for this figure. Share with you some of my experiences while purchasing. So in the future, if Hot Toys make more figures like these Artisan figures, I'll definitely go try to pre-order them as well. Alright, so I think that's all for this video. In the future, I'll try to make more content like this, especially when I pre-order a limited edition or exclusive figure. And besides, I'm also going to post a video of the Shadow Trooper and Clone Wars Maul and Clone Wars Jango Fett from Attack of the Clones very soon. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in my next video.